Welcome, Wolf and Wolfettes! We are back with Shadow of the Colossus hard mode on the PlayStation 4 Pro, and today we are going to be taking down the second Colossi. Now, this next Colossi we are going to be doing, it isn't very hard, but there are a few more tactics involved compared to yesterday's battle. So we're going to ride over there on our majestic steed. Now, this horse's name is Argo, I think, or Agro. Argo or Agro, something like that. I think it's Argo. Because when you press triangle, he says this, listen. Aggro. It sounds like it says arrow as well, though. But I think it says aggro. But then later on in a cutscene, I swear it says Argo. So, I don't know. I mean, we could just give the horse our own name, you know. The problem with giving the horse a different name, if somebody clicks on the video and they don't know that we've all renamed the horse, they start telling me in the comments that the horse's name isn't Bob. And then they start getting all stroppy and bitchy with me, so... We're just going to call him Argo, I guess, or Aggro. Maybe call him Aggro, because this horse does give you a lot of aggro. One thing I was never, ever happy about with the PS2 version was how the horse controls and the camera angles. And in the PlayStation 3 version, and also this PlayStation 4 remake, they've not fixed it, you know, and it pisses me off. Because sometimes when you're running with Aggro, he randomly just changes direction for no reason. Or on certain areas in this map, you know, he will just walk really slowly, you know. And it does get really annoying. I don't know why it happens, you know. I'm gonna assume because he doesn't have enough room to run. But like sometimes when you go through the forests, he will walk really slow, and you have to keep tapping triangle to make Aggro run. That's the annoying thing, you know. So it does get on your nerves a bit. And sometimes the camera angles in this game, when you're trying to like climb a very big Colossus, can be really annoying. But I thought, let me just show you some things, actually. You can actually do a couple of, like, little random tricks when you're playing this. If you're running really fast and you want to stop Argo really quickly, press back on the analog stick and then quickly tap triangle. See? And he will stop. Now, if you tap it twice, like that, like, ready? Let me do it again. If you tap it once, he stops. And if you hold back and double tap triangle, he turns around really quickly, see? That is very useful against some of these Colossi, because some of the bosses in this game, you have to take the horse with you, and the horse is part of the battle. So it's good to get a feel for how you control this horse, because it doesn't actually tell you how to do any of this unless you check up the buttons, you know. So also, if you press R2 and forward, he does this. I mean, I'm not quite sure why he does it. I don't think there's any reason to do this, but it looks cool, doesn't it? That looks well cool. I think you can also do it sideways as well, maybe. Right, let me get down a minute. I think if you hold R2 and left, maybe it does the same thing. Maybe triangle as well? No. I can't remember how you do it, but you can also do it to both sides of the horse. I think that might be like if you want to try and hide from a Colossus or something. But yeah. I just started, I forgot I was recording then. I just started randomly talking about random stuff. But yeah, I apologise. I'm still trying to get used to recording again, because like I said, I've been away for a while and I've got a little bit out of habit, you know, so I've got to get back in the swing of things. Okay, right. So like I said, this next boss is very close by. It's going to be down here in this little like, it's like a little mini beach actually. Oh, also, you see that eagle that just went past? Sometimes the eagles will fly very close to you. When they do, if you quickly press cross whilst you're running on the horse, Wanda will jump off of the horse and he will grab the eagle. And there is a trophy for interacting with all of the different animals in this game. I think you've got to grab the doves, grab a fish, grab an eagle, and grab a turtle. So if the eagle comes near you, jump off your horse and press R2 and grab him, just to get the trophy. Okay, right. So what we are going to do on this boss is, let me run down there quickly. I'll tell you when we get down there. I don't want to explain what I've got to do whilst the boss is out of the... once we're in battle, I don't want to start explaining what we have to do, because it makes it a lot harder to explain. And also, some of these bosses, if you don't instantly go at them the second they appear, it can make the fight a lot harder. Like, I think Colossus number 13 is one of those guys, because if you quickly get your bow ready right as the cutscene ends, you can pretty much get a few free hits on the boss, you know. So I like to explain the bosses before the battle starts, you know. And also I explain it a lot better if I'm not mid-fight, you know. Right, so what we're going to do on this boss, he is going to come out of that cave over there. See that cave over there in the distance? He's going to come out of that cave. Now, you're not going to be able to reach any of the weak spots on this boss at first. What you need to do, you need to try your best to get behind the boss a bit. And as he is walking, if you pay attention to his feet, he's going to have little green patches on his feet. Now, you want to shoot an arrow at his foot, and then he will limp and fall onto his leg. And then when he does that, you can reach the moss on his body. Now, I think if the boss is walking this way, I think the first weak spot is going to be on his left side if you're playing on hard mode, because there ain't no weak spot on his left side if you're playing on normal or easy. But he's got a weak spot on his side. That's going to be the hardest one, so try and get that one first whilst you've got your most energy. Once you've done that, you're going to walk across to his butt. There's another one there. Then once you've took that down, you have to crawl along. You have to jump over a load of these, like, big chunky rock spines on his back or whatever, and then the last one is going to be on his head. So there's 3 weak spots if you're playing this on hard, but the worst one is going to be on his side. Obviously, I've got the Queen's Sword, so it's going to be one hit and it's going to be destroyed anyway. But if you're doing this, make sure you've got quite a bit of stamina. Maybe go and hunt a few lizards or something before you do this boss, just to give you a little bit extra. Because if you fall down, then you have to shoot his foot again, and that's what makes it annoying, because you just have to constantly shoot his foot, you know. And it can be a pain in the butt. I'm going to use the normal arrows. We have the whistling arrows, which I don't think do much damage. And that's more like a distraction arrow. And we also have the explosive arrow, which is very good and would do big damage, but I think it moves a bit slower. And then we've got this bad boy here, like a javelin, or a spear, or whatever, or a harpoon. But we're going to use just the normal bow for now, because it seems to be a bit quicker. But this boss fight's probably going to be over very quickly unless I fall. which is probably going to happen. I think you should go away, Argo, because he's most likely going to step on you. Because this is a big boss. This is probably my favourite boss in terms of looks, you know. I do love how he looks. It's like a big fluffy thing. Okay, let's do this. Right. Now, if I remember correctly, I think I want to shoot his front paw, maybe? I think that's the best one to make it flow better. You want to shoot that as quick as you can. Yeah, there we go. There we go. It's very rare that I managed to hit that in one, so that's a miracle. Then we're going to get out our Queen's Sword and we're going to jump up here. Right. This is what you want to grab onto. Now, he's going to start shaking immediately. If you do have very limited stamina and you're playing this properly, and you've not like played it before, you know, you can actually rest on this like little bit here, you know. So if you want to get some energy before you go to his first weak spot, which is on his side, then you can rest here for a minute. Just obviously, if you start shaking, get ready to press R2. We don't need to rest because we've got a lot of energy, but I think the first weak spot is going to be on his side, like I said. Yeah, there he is. Oh no! Oh! Shite. I knew that was going to bloody happen. You can shoot his back foot, but I think it flows a bit better if you shoot the other one. I'm just going to shoot this one because it's nearest. Right, let's do this again. Luckily, like I said, I've got a ton of stamina. The reason why my health is not maximum is because there is a trophy for eating a poisonous fruit, and when you eat that fruit, it lowers your health permanently. That's the reason why you might see a slight lower set of health for me at the moment. That's the only reason. I might show you guys and girls that in another video. It will be a very boring video though, because it's a lot of climbing. I love the music in this game though. The soundtrack is absolutely amazing. Can you hear that epic music? It's probably going to be pretty quiet because I have to lower the soundtrack of this game quite a bit because it's very loud. Now this is the one on his butt. I feel a bit bad though, stabbing him in the butt, but you know, got to do what you got to do, ain't ya? Ah, lovely. Okay, let's be careful now. Even though I've got a lot of stamina and stuff, you know, it's still very easy to fall off of the Colossi, you know, and mess up. Obviously, I've got a parachute, so if we do fall... I mean, even if you don't have the parachute and you've got very low health in this game, if you fall off of the Colossus, you'll be fine, you know. They're very friendly with their... with the damage you take from these Colossi, considering how big they are, and in real life they would just flick you and you would die. They are pretty nice with their health bar, you know. You don't really lose much, you know. Some of the bosses do have very strong attacks, but most of the time you're safe, you know. Yeah, that's what I mean. You see, I went to stab then and he shook his head, you know. This is when things like get really annoying when you've not got much stamina. Because you try and do a plunging attack, you're about to... Because he slowly lifts his arm back like that, and then when he goes hit, then you stab. Because that's when you get a big chunk of damage, you know. But if you don't press square quick enough, then he shakes his head and it resets the stab, you know. So you want to... Wait. Boom! There you go, like that. Okay, right. Now, the next Colossus that we're going to do in the next video, I would do it now, but this next Colossus, it takes a while to run to him. And then there is a couple of tactics involved with the boss that can make him take quite a long time, you know, because it's all about his positioning and stuff like that, you know. Because if you can't get him in the right position, it can make it take a long time, the next fight. So we're going to do that next time. But I think what we'll do for now, because I've got a few minutes left, I think, I'm going to show you guys the white-tailed lizards that you need to keep an eye out for. Just in case any of you guys have not played this game before, you know, and you're wondering what I'm talking about. I'll show you what you need to hunt. There should be one around here somewhere, because this is a shrine right here, and these are the things you need to pray at. If you pray at these shrines, it saves the game for you. You can manually save it, but I think these create a save spot whereas if you die, you will return here, you know. So it's good to pray at these shrines when you're heading off to one of the Colossi, because some of them are very far away, and if you don't pray at these, and you accidentally like fall off a cliff and die, you will be returned to this middle shrine, you know, and then you have to run all the way there, and you don't want to do that, because it takes all day. It takes absolutely all day, you know. So it is good to pray to these on the way to your next battle. But I'll quickly show you one now. Maybe I'll pray at one of them on the way to the third one, because I know where the third one is. But I'll show you guys and girls. Also, if you can hear me ferociously tapping the triangle throughout this playthrough, I apologise. It's because you have to tap triangle a lot to make Argo run. Because I guess it's supposed to represent you like whipping him, you know, and slapping him on the butt. This is actually a good spot to get that eagle. Yeah, if you jump and press... Yeah, this is the best spot, because that eagle always seems to appear when you run across this little bit here. So if you're trying to catch an eagle for that trophy, make sure you grab him. I think there's a shrine around here somewhere. Like if I come around here a little bit. Let's have a look. Yeah, there we go. So you find these shrines. Make sure you use the normal bow, because the other... I mean, if you want to get yourself a quick trophy and you've unlocked the whistling arrow, make sure you shoot one of these lizards with a whistling arrow and you get a trophy for it. But normally, just use the normal arrow, because the explosive arrow always seems to miss. It just seems to move so slow. Right. Now, these little guys are so annoying to find, you know. If you do accidentally kill one on the top and his body gets stuck up there, you can climb to the top of these shrines, so don't worry. But sometimes they run around the top, sometimes they're on the bottom, sometimes they run around the grass nearby, so you're just going to have to keep your eyes open. You don't want them to see you, because once they see you, they start scampering around like little turds. So you want to try and sneak up on them, all David Attenborough style, you know. But if you will see other lizards as you play this game that have got black tails. If you kill those, you can eat their tails, and I think it heals you a bit, but it doesn't increase your stamina. So you want to get the ones with the white tails. It sort of reminds me of Demon Souls, actually. Because I think there's like little chameleons or something in that game, I think, if I remember correctly, or lizards. I think it might have been all of the Souls games, maybe. Where is it? I don't see it. They're so annoying to find because they're black. Really dark. And also, sometimes they, like I said, sometimes they're in the grass nearby. Oh, there he is, look. Shit. Did I get it? No! Get my sword out. If you get close to it and press square. There we go, I think I nipped him. Yeah, I got him. Okay. Oh, oh brilliant. There you go. And now you eat the towel. And it will increase your stamina ever so slightly, you know. But it doesn't increase it a lot. Because if you want to get any substantial amount of stamina gain, you're going to have to eat a lot of lizards. But there will always be one at all of these shrines. And you do find a few of them out in the wild, you know, across the mountains and stuff, you know. But yeah, I'm going to end the video now, WolfTheWolf. Next time we will take down the third Colossus, who is quite a lot more tougher than the last two we did. But as we've got the Queen's Sword, we already know it's going to be easy. So thanks for watching, WolfTheWolf. Hopefully you've enjoyed these videos. Let me know if my commentary's been bad, because I don't feel like I've been doing the same level of commentary that I normally do. I just feel a bit out of breath, you know, which is obvious why, you know, if you guys have been on the channel. But I just feel a bit, you know. But yeah. Thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. Like, share, and join the pack today. Oh!